New year, new you, right? That phrase gets thrown around every January. And if I'm honest, it usually makes people feel more pressure than hope because most of us don't need another list of things to fix. We're already tired, we're already trying, and we're already carrying more than we talk about. My name is Stuart. This is Stuart Miller Wellness, and I help busy, everyday people build simple daily rhythms that actually lead to lasting wellness without adding more stress to their lives. Before we go any further, I want to give you something for free. It's called 5 to Thrive. It's a short guide that walks you through 5 simple daily rhythms you can start today, nothing extreme, nothing overwhelming, that genuinely help you feel more steady over time. You can grab it in the link below. Now, back to this idea of the new year. Happy New Year. I hope 2025 treated you well. But more than that, I hope 2026 treats you better. Not that everything goes perfectly, but because you feel more grounded in who you're becoming. I'll tell you up front, I'm not someone who naturally loves sitting down and setting goals. I rarely do it. And when January rolls around, I don't suddenly feel motivated to map out my whole life. But I do know this. People who take time to name a direction tend to move with more intention, even if the progress is slow. And for me, this year isn't about accomplishing a checklist. It's about becoming someone. I want 2026 to be about becoming the kind of person I actually want to live with, not just being more productive at work, not just holding things together at home, not just getting through another busy year. I want to become someone I can sit with at the end of the day and feel settled, even if the day didn't go the way I planned. That idea of becoming matters more to me than doing. For me personally, faith shapes how I think about this. Following Jesus has always been central in my life, not a performative way, but in a formational way. Loving God and loving people well doesn't happen by accident. It requires becoming someone different over time. Not changing identity every year, not chasing moral perfection, but slowly becoming shaped into a person who is more grounded, more present, more whole. If you're not a person of faith, that's perfectly okay. This isn't about convincing you of anything. The point still stands for all of us. We are always becoming something, whether we're intentional about it or not. So when I look at 2026, I've chosen a couple of words to guide me. One is stillness. The other is seeking. I want to become someone less reactive, less rushed, more attentive. Someone who notices what matters instead of constantly moving on to the next thing. To support that, I've chosen a few specific practices, not dramatic ones, maybe in your mind it is, not extreme ones, just consistent ones. One of those is fasting. For me, that looks like a 24-hour window each week from Sunday evening to Monday evening, where I fast from food and drink water, electrolytes, and black coffee. That's my choice. People fast for different reasons: health, clarity, spiritual focus. For me, this is much less about physical results and much more about formation, about who I want to become, who I am becoming. Alongside that, I've also chosen to give up a few comforts during the week, like gluten and soda on certain days. Not because those things are bad, but because I want my habits to support the life I want to live. And here's why I'm sharing this with you. This year does not need to be about massive change. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It doesn't need to be all or nothing necessarily. It needs to be about one consistent shift at a time. So here's what I want you to do. Just 2 things. First, write down who you want to become in 2026, not what you want to accomplish. What kind of person do you want to be? What qualities matter to you? What do you admire? Who do you admire? And what do you see in them that you want to reflect in your own life? Write it down so that you can see it. And then secondly, write down what needs to change to support that becoming. What needs to start? What needs to stop? What needs to loosen its grip? What rhythms need to be introduced? Big or small, simple or hard. Just get it on paper. If this is the only resolution you make this year, I genuinely believe it can reshape how you experience your life. Because when who you're becoming is clear, everything else starts to align. For me, I want to become someone marked by slowness, humility, simplicity, and attentiveness. And that means what I eat, how I spend my time, how I dress, how I structure my days. All of it has to support that direction. Every part of my life has to work with me, not against me. So that's your invitation today. Who do you want to become? And what needs to change to help you move in that direction? And if you haven't already, grab the 5 to Thrive Guide. It gives you practical daily rhythms you can start right now. Rhythms that support the kind of life you actually want to live. Let's make 2026 a year of becoming.